Okay, so Matt Gaetz, the senator, congressman, Republican, is being investigated for possible sex trafficking of a minor, a 17-year-old. The DOJ has opened up an investigation on him. And this investigation was actually started by William Barr, Donald Trump's DOJ. So this isn't some type of witch hunt unless Donald Trump is doing the witch hunt, because it was done by his administration first and carried on afterwards with Biden. So I'm reading it now. It's saying that he's being investigated for potential sex trafficking because he was paying to have the girl to travel with him. He would basically be paying to have her be picked up instead of him being actually with her. He will have her be picked up and they will go places and things like that. And the thing is, this guy's like 40. Wow. That's crazy. I just want to know, how are the Republicans going to respond with this? I mean, aren't they the ones that keeps believing that Democrats are the ones doing the sex trafficking and things like that? It's like whenever you hear a problem that the Republicans are against, best believe they're the ones doing it, because it's like this is another case of projection. They say, "Oh, watch out for the Democrats and the whole child trafficking, QAnon and all that stuff," and then you find out, yeah, it's a Republican doing it. I mean, it's crazy. I'm reading the article. It says, Representative Gaetz, Republican of Florida, and a close ally of former President Trump, is being investigated by the Department of Justice over whether he had a sexual relation with a 17-year-old and paid for her to travel with him. Investigators are examining whether Mr. Gaetz violated federal sex trafficking laws and various federal statutes, making it illegal to induce someone under age 18 to travel over state lines to engage in sex in exchange for money or something of value. The Department of Justice regularly prosecutes such cases, and offenders often receive several sentences. It's not clear how Gaetz met the girl, believed to be 17 at the time of encounter, and 2 years ago, that investigators are scrutinizing according to the two people. You also hear Matt Gaetz try to talk about some person in the Department of Justice that has some vendetta against him. Don't even worry about that. That's completely, a complete lie. It's BS. He's trying to throw a monkey wrench or something to try to get people off his back. It's completely fake, so don't even worry about it. It's not even worth mentioning because, again, it's nothing to do with the guy. This was done by William Barr, Trump's DOJ, and we knew how much of a bootlicker he was. So I highly doubt that if it was something that is, scrupulous or something that's a witch hunt, that Donald Trump's DOJ will be trying to do. I mean, come on now. William Barr, really? The guy who not only licked Trump's boots but licked his ass? I doubt that William Barr will be doing a witch hunt against a prominent Republican who's also a staunch Trump supporter. I doubt that he's the one who's doing it. So you'll hear that, so don't even worry about it. It's complete fake. So it mentions a Mr. Green who since resigned has posted as a tax collector in Seminole County, north of Orlando, visited the White House with Gates in 2019. Okay, so they knew about this. So I doubt that is fake. It talks about Gates said in the interview that his lawyers had been in touch with the Justice Department and that they were told he was the subject, not the target of a investigation. I only know that it has to do with women, Mr. Gates said. I have suspicion that someone is trying to recategorize my generosity to ex-girlfriend. Yeah, he's trying to throw more monkey wrenches and saying it's not real. Again, calling it fake. Talk about his dad wearing a wire. Probably didn't. Yeah, say his dad wears a wire. If your dad wears a wire all the time, then you know something is definitely wrong with you and him. So another thing, he's trying hard to get this off his back. It's wild. It's like every time, whenever you hear Republicans talk about a problem that's supposed to be a Democrat thing, it is not. It's normally them. I mean, really. Like, here it is. Again. Like, there's proof. I know a lot of Trump supporters and Republicans don't believe in, New York Times and things like that, but it's like, again, these guys, if they are lying about something, they can go straight to court. This is not an opinionated piece. This is something that is supposed to be news, real news, facts. This isn't something that is done by the Daily Wire. It's not like one of those BS fake, supposed to be news things like with Newsmax. This is real stuff. And again, William Barr. So, how are you going to lie your way out of this? How can you say that it's not real? And that's kind of crazy. I keep saying it. Every time you hear Republicans complain or try to say that Democrats are doing something, trying to post some crazy thing about Democrats and say it's Democrats doing something or Democrats doing this, Democrats are doing that, they're part of sex trafficking and things like that. It's a Republican. It's a Republican. You hear them talk about being against LGBT and things like that. Trust me, believe them. Most of them are closet gay, closet lesbians anyway. You hear them talk about religion and things like that. It's not religion. It's racism. I mean, again, this is like, how many times do we have to go through this? I mean, for real. Trying to talk about the Department of Justice wants to extort money from them. Like, really? Why would the Department of Justice want to extort money from them? You're involved in sex trafficking, dealing with a minor. And he's definitely the type of guy that would do something like that. Come on now, we see it. It's more likely real. He did it. And he knew about it. He just thought that he can get away with it. Like he normally do. This is the same guy who was caught driving under the influence and used his daddy's power and influence to get off of that. So he thought, hey, I'm Matt Gaetz. I'll use my dad's name, power, and prestige and get away with this. Because like every Republican, they think they can get away with stuff like this because they're untouchable. They have power. They have influence. So they do it anyway because they love the thrill of it. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on. The Department of Justice wants to extort money from you? Like, come on. Really? You're freaking Matt Gaetz. You're not that important. You're not Trump. I mean, damn, I expect Trump to be at least a lot like that. But you're a congressman. You probably thought you can get away with it because you got away with driving under influence before. Use your dad's name, power, and prestige and get away with it. And you thought you can do the same here. Oh, she's 17? Hey, who cares? You're Matt Gaetz. You can get away with it. Ridiculous. Well, I want to know what you guys think. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. See ya.